Memphis Accelerate welcoming you back to check this out. The show where we take a look at whatever deck we're going to take a look at and have ourselves a good old time with it. Today, everybody, we're taking a look at a newer archetype. This is the whiteforest archetype. An interesting bunch of cards that focus on getting rid of spell traps in order to build up boards. And we got ourselves a combination of the whiteforest with two different archetypes that perfectly synergize with what these ladies like to do. We got ourselves the toys, which like to be sent from spell trap zone to the grave in order to special summon themselves. We got the centurions who turn themselves into spell traps. It's a very nice combination of cards that works very well together. So we got ourselves our deck here today. We'll be showing off an edopro, show off the wombos and the combos, the what do's, the what not do's, and have ourselves a good old time with it. Of course, if you want the whole deck list, it's at the end of the episode as always. But for now, let's head on to edopro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! Show off what this deck can do. Have ourselves a good old time with it. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game. We like to go first with this deck as often as possible. It's very much a go first and set up a board sort of deck. I stands for this opening hand. Let's see, light spellcaster, two monsters, all sorts of things. Let's go ahead and start by setting up our toy tank. That's a nice start. We got our main starter monster, which is Asteria of the White Forest. What she does, once per turn, I just ditch a spell trap from hand or field, and that'll let me summon a light spellcaster. Now, we can summon out, of course, other white forest monsters. We also have things like Centurion, because they happen to have a light spellcaster. I think she'd be like a warrior, but no, she's a spellcaster, and that's part of the synergy here. Now, Centurion will search us, and the tank will summon itself back to the board. Very nice. Summon out our toy tank, and let's go ahead and add ourselves Stand Up Centurion. Our main spell for getting out all the things. So let's go ahead for that. Very combo-y, this part of the deal. This part of the deck, I should say. It's just very combo-y. So we're going to put Trudia, spell trap zone, because then she can just summon herself back as well. I can probably actually, I'll risk it. I can get rid of Call by the Grave here. Because, I don't know, I need more spells. More spells to do the things I need to do. So let's go ahead and start with our first synchro, which is good old Centurion Auxilla. It searches out a Centurion card when summoned. We're going to get the Gargoyle for later. Let's see. Yes, this will work just fine. We're going to set another card. We're going to activate Reset of the White Forest. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of, let's see. I'm trying to do it in my head. Yeah, get rid of the Call by the Grave. I think we can risk it. We're going to summon that Reset, and that's going to search us Rasia of the White Forest, which is our tuner monster for the White Forest, because we can summon her from the hand, as long as we happen to have one of those ladies on the board. Very nice. Let's see. Go for the Crimson Dragon. Indeed, I could do that. I just want to make sure I leave some things on the board. Well, actually, that's going to take a lot of my material. I could do it. And I could summon out Crimson Dragon and go for bigger things. But I want to show off every little thing. So for now, let's start with Rosella, the Wicked of the White Forest. And we're going to leave her be for a moment. Let me think about this. So many different combos and wombos I can do. If I get rid of Spell Trap, then I could get myself another monster. Or I could just leave it as is. 8, 10, 11, 12, no. No. Oh, so many options, so many choices. What do I pick? I think I'm just going to go ahead and say no to Roselia for now. We're going to go no to her for now. Yes. That'll get me a card, and that'll get me a card. Too many options sometimes. Let's go ahead and let's go into our bigger synchro for the good old White Forest. So let's start with showing off the White Forest. We'll go into our other side deck text after we're done with these things. We're going to use Diablo's effect, which is that I get back a spell trap when she happens to be summoned out. And I can ditch a spell trap in order to do more things with that. Let's go ahead now. I think we're good for now. I'll go ahead and set Call by in the off chance I need it. We'll start out nice and simple with this first duel. You know, I can go into like Quasar Dragons and Chaos Angels and all sorts of things. But right now, I just want to start nice and simple. We'll get our Primera on the board. I can ditch her for Diablo's effect as well. See, that's the synergy. Everything I have becomes a spell trap, and I can use those for Diablo's effect or whoever else's effect. Alright. But for now, let's start with Centurion, just to, deck thin a little bit. Good old Primera. She'll nab us an Emeth. I can put her back into the spell trap zone. I could also synchro summon right now if I wanted to. I just don't need to at the moment, but I could do it. I have that power. Go ahead and get Emeth on the board here. And we'll see where this goes. Ragnaraika Bloom. Indeed. Let's go ahead and use Emeth's effect. We'll put Primera back in the spell trap zone. Get out, big robot. And let's see. Sadly, Emeth is not well, he's not a tuner. Sadly, he is not a tuner, but that's okay. Doesn't matter too much. We're up against some kind of Ragnaraika deck. Funnily enough, another deck I gotta be working on soon, but that is another story entirely. Well, I have some idea of what this guy's trying to do. He's trying to build up a big board of bugs. There's this new one that's really nice for draws. How do you pronounce it? Hime Genome, yeah. That'll let him draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, different monsters, different types. Get out, Ragnarika Samurai Beetle. Let's see, almost send this card. Send this card to the graveyard. Material. Alright. I really need my opponent to activate an effect. When my opponent activates an effect, then I can use Diablo's effect. Sadly, can't do it yet, but that's where we're going for. Okay, this is sent to the grave. Summon another monster. That'll summon a monster, so let's wait for them to use Skeletal Soldier's effect. Then we can go for Diablo Star's effect. Let's go ahead and Boomakachu do that. We'll ditch our stand-up Centurion, because after the first use, you really don't need it. We're going to summon this thing, Silvera, the Witch of the Forest. The Witch Wolf. I guess it's the wolf that studies magic. Anyway, when it's summoned out, just flip everything face down. Everything on my opponent's that's face up goes face down. That'll interrupt his linkage for just an edge. I don't know. Ought to, anyway. Armament Swarm. Oh, this is the new Battle Wasp cards. Summon an insect from the hand of the deck. If you summon from the deck, summon a monster control the graveyard. Not summon except for bugs. Insect. Advantage card adds summoning swarm. Okay. Alright. I still think that was a good idea, though. Just flipping these guys down. Keeps my opponent from linking off. And we'll be set. Silvera, nice little bit of interruption. And also, it works any way it's special summon, even if I revive it from the grave, what have you may. I should also mention, the tuners of the Whiteforest, they have this ability where you can bounce synchros from the grave or the board to summon themselves back. It's very useful for baiting out and, what's the word? It's really useful when your opponent tries to imperm you or something of the like. Very useful thing. Alright, but yeah, he was still able to get into a link. I figured he would, but I had to give it a shot. Let's go ahead and start Gokipole, though, because I don't trust Gokipole. I don't trust Gokipole as far as I can toss it. No, sir. Okay, well, he'll still be able to do most of what he wants to do. He'll get the trap. Although there's another Ragnarika trap. Will you get that one? I don't know. I still find that the original trap is still the better trap. Still the better one. Oh, he did get the Wisteria. This is like the one that becomes a trap monster. Match up to 2 cards from the opponent's grave. Well, I mean, that's okay, I think. See here. I think we're fine at the moment. I'll wait till the end phase to use Rosaria if he happens to get rid of Silvera. But the more I can reuse this thing, the better. The more I can use it, the better. Go ahead. Hit me. Who are you going to hit? You're going after my toys? How dare you? You would dare assault an innocent toy? Look how happy he is. Monster. Alright. Oh, which is Wisteria? That's a good question. So, during the end phase, you will get to draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and use Rosia. Bounce back my wolf so I can use it again. Which, admittedly, I could have left that on the board as well, because it does give my monsters double piercing damage. That is a good thing. Ah, yes, and the Rosette activates. You see, when a light tuner comes onto the board, I can recover this card. Very nice. Alright, Auxilla, do your thing. Get me another card. Don't matter whose turn it is, we play lots of cards. Let's get Trudia back. Alrighty. And now we're back. Ooh, another toy tank. That is really good. Now I can use Rosette and Plus for days. Now, though, let's start with Primera. Very nice. See, this is what this deck is about. Very combo-y, but the more resources we have, we can just keep going for days on this sort of thing. So Primera's back on the board. Sadly, we don't have anything else to search with it, but that's okay. Let's do the Snarky with it. We'll summon the Snarky. We summon out our Crimson Dragon. Target our level 12. Summon out a big old dragon. And Wisteria is on the board. I don't have anything in the grave that needs protecting. Does this do anything else? I don't think it does. It just becomes a treat. You banish the cards of my grave, but there's nothing in my grave really well, nothing really important. And he got rid of things I don't really care about. I'm good. Let's summon that Cosmic Blazer Dragon. There's a Cosmic Blazer Dragon. Now what do I want to do? I should have put that in the extra monster zone. I'm low on... But it's fine. It's fine and dandy. Here's what we do. Let's activate Centurion Trudea's effect. Get her on the board. Doesn't matter if we change her levels or not. We're going to summon this guy, Top Hat Hair. He's one of our links. He's summoned. We can just go ahead and add ourselves a trap. Here's our one trap that we play. And I'm going to leave the witch in the graveyard for now. Let's get our silhouette hat so we can negate stuff. Very nice, indeed. Let's see. I'm going to activate our Rosette's effect, ditching the toy tank. I will not use the witch's effect just yet, because that is something to save. See, a lot of different moving parts in this deck, but it all works out. Let's get another Asteria just in case we need it later. Just in case we need it. This way we can go for our toy tank. We're going to put this in attack mode. And, no, I'm not locked to anything. What about, alright. I always forget it's the level 4s that are the tuners. It is the level 4s that are the tuners. This is okay. From the hand, bring out a level 4 lower monster. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to leave the tank around. Because I can do that. I could also just normal summon Gargoyle and do things there, too. Do I have any illusion? I do have an illusion monster on the board already, so... In the spirit of doing wonky things, let's tribute summon Centurion Gargoyle. And then, because we have a light and a dark, I can use them both. I don't need a tuner for this. Make Chaos Angel. Then Chaos Angel just going to be like, I will banish your nothing, because my opponent surrenders. Okay. Okay, well, that is a perfect illustration of what this deck is about. Overwhelming the opponent with just all the crazy combo wombos we can do. Look at all these synchros on our board. This is what we want to see. You know, we just have lights, we have darks, we make Chaos Angel. We got all the tools we need to make our level 8s. We go for our Diablo Star. We got the ability to make Cosmic Blazer Dragon. And every turn Auxilla's on the board, I'm recovering my Centurions. Keeping materials on the board. Keeping resources a-flowing. So, that's what this deck's about. That's what we want to see. Let's go over duel number 2. Go over more this deck can do. We've shown off a lot of what it does do, but there's a few other side techs I'd like to show off as well. You know, we got the other Centurion. We got other stuff. Let's go for duel 2. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Let's just do it all over again. Yeah, double paper. Never fails. Alright, so we're going to get to go first, as we like to do. Opening hand is... It's a little rough, but it's not terrible. I mean, we have the toy box. Toy box is always a good time. Good old toy box, just once per turn. From deck or the grave, I can get 2 toys. Very good for setting up our whiteforest cards. It's also not a hard once per turn, which is very important. Like, if you have 2 of this thing, It helps get around like Ash Blossom and the like. It's very useful. So let's go for our Centurion Primera. Don't have any of our White Forest lads or lasses either. So that's okay. You know, it's what it is. We're good. We're good. We'll get into a White Forest. Now we've shown them off. Let's have the Centurions do their thing. Go away, Ash Blossom. Get that nonsense out of here. Nonsense out of here. Let's see. I really wish it was from the board too with the stand-up Centurion, but sadly that's not the case. Would have been nice. But no. If he can't have an Ash Blossom, I will not have an Ash Blossom. There's only room for so much Ash Blossom, and there will be none here. Let's go ahead for Trudia. Make her level 4. We usually just go ahead and start off with good old Auxilla. I could make Legacia as well, but she's more of something you make later on to pop stuff and protect your monsters. So let's go for Auxilla as we do. Let's get our Emeth. You can also get Gargoyle, too. Let's see. But you have to send a face-up Centurion card, so let's just get Emeth for now. That ought to work just fine. So let's go ahead and set Imperm just in case. We'll end our turn for now, and our Auxilla will do its thing. Get our Primera back. I was gonna say Trudia. Could get Trudia as well, but I prefer Primera just to start off because that way I can search out my whole deck first. What is this? Lantern Shark. Lantern Shark. Okay. This is some form of a shark deck. Now, I do know the sharks reasonably well. I know that they're all about rank 4 exceeds and ranking up into things. Pretty nasty bunch indeed. Let's go ahead and chain Emeth. Put this back. I could also just put Auxilla in the spell trap zone and, you know, make my Centurion big lady, big robot, but I think this is fine for now. For now, we's all good. Need to remember, what is the big boss shark do? It's been a while. They have like a giant new version of Weiss. I know it's a beat stick. I can't remember its whole effect. I know it has like, I think it has a negate on it, but I can't remember what sort of negate. Was it an omni negate? I don't think it was. I could be mistaken. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, Xyz Ramora. It's Ramora. Gonna overlay into good old Bahamut Shark. Wow, just make Bahamut Shark, why don't you? Alright. Well, I'm not gonna allow you to make Toad. Not if I can help it. Not if I can help it. If you want to play sharks, you're gonna have to go for actual sharks, sir. Okay, so now he's gonna re-overlay because that's what sharks do. Exceed Armored Fortress. Indeed. Detach them to materials, get the trap, and then the Remora is in the grave. I can't remember if he can use that effect. Nah, let's see. Yeah, it's only from the grave anyway, so that's good. So, he's going to attack with his Armored Fortress. Little does he suspect that Toy Box has an effect. I can ditch one of my spell traps to pop his fortress. And then the Toy Soldier will come back to the board. These kind of remind me of what was that guy? It was like Bonaparte and GX. He had a whole deck based around these toy soldiers. This looks different from those ones, but it always reminds me of that. Anyway, let's go ahead and I can search. I get Toy Box or a level 4 light monster. In this case, I'm gonna go for Silva the White Forest, which is another tuner that searches my spell traps. Very nice card. And next turn, I should be a-okay to run this dude over. And he's got the Xyz trap that turns one Xyz into a bigger one, but he ain't got no Xyz on the board at the moment. Go ahead and use Auxilla's effect just to keep recycling material. You always want to get your materials back. Another toy box use. Chosen match! I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I gotta do that. Let me think about this. Let me think about that. That is not kosher for me at all. What attribute? Legacia is a light. And that sucks. Okay, I guess light. Much as I don't want to do that, I don't have many other options. I have more light monsters than I have other attributes. Freaking goes in match! I'm glad they put this thing at 1, but I still hate seeing it on the board when it's at 1. Let's see, and I could synchro summon into my Diablo Star. Because she's a level 8. And I can still make my top hat hair. I can still make stuff. Not like I can't do anything. Let's put it that way. Let me think about this. I can't summon Trudia anymore. Let's summon Sylve. If not just to beat over this dude, at the very least, I'm getting a spell trap. And I can still make Rosella, the Wicked of the White Forest. Bait out the Imperm, because, you know, that's just whatever. Man, dude, is this what Sharks are supposed to be? No, Sharks is meant to be a beatdown deck. Too many years of playing totally awesome as their opener. That is what has corrupted my Shark brothers and sisters. I don't appreciate that. I don't. Alright, toy box. And let's see. Actually, let me think about this. Because if I destroy 2 of my spell traps, I can deactivate another toy box. Huh. I mean, Trudea's not doing me any good, so why not? Hit Toy Tank on the board. Hello, I am Toy Tank. And again, I could synchro. Is anyone... Oh, is there anyone new I can summon? I could summon my Legatia. Draw a card, destroy a monster with the highest attack. Don't the phase. Do. It would take a lot of materials to do, though. So, I'm a little iffy on doing that. I'd rather just do lots of damage right now. I'd also like to deck thin by getting out more toys. My toys. My toys. Alright, let's just keep it simple. This guy wants to complicate things with a goes in match. I want to smack him over the head with Primera and my toys and my wolf. Okay? I just realized now there's like a little wolf girl there. How did I not notice that? I thought the wolf was Civ, but I guess this is Sylve. This. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, let's just, again, beat over this dude with everything we have. I don't have any illusion mod. I was thinking... I make Diablo have an interrupt of my opponent, or I can make top hat, or I could do both. I could do both. I could have both. I could have everything. Why not? Let's see. Okay, I gotta keep the tuner. Gotta keep the tuner. Let's go ahead and make top hat hair. That will activate, and what is it doing now? With monster special summon, synchro. I don't need to use the effect of Centurion. That's gonna just prompt my opponent to do naughty things. And I don't want them to do naughty things. It is our time to do naughty things. Thank you very much. So let's summon out our Diabel, the Phoenix of the White Forest. She's not going to get me anything back because, you know, I didn't use a synchro tuner to do her. But we should be good. Let me double check one thing. It has to be a White Forest synchro, so I can't recover myself. But that ought to be good for now. I've got an interrupt that allows me to negate, what, 2 cards thanks to Silhouette Hat. And if my opponent, like, starts spamming monsters, like if he had Buzzsaw Shark, I can just flip everything face down, and my opponent will surrender. Alrighty. Well, that is sometimes what happens with this game, where people can't interrupt you and floodgate you hard enough, they will just surrender. But we can play through such things. Goes in match, no match for this deck. It might limit us, but it does not restrain us. We'll keep going. So we got time for one more duel today. Let's go right into it. We got a little bit more of this deck and show. Like what do we have left to show off? Oh man, we could make Access Code Talker. On a rare occasion, I could make Herald. I forget. Wait, how do I make Herald again? I put him in here for some reason. Oh yeah, because I thought the level 2s were tuners. That's why. Okay, maybe not making Herald, but we got things like Crystal Wing Dragon we can make. We got we got our Legation to make. Let's try and make Legation this final duel. Alrighty, our third and final opponent of the fight in third. Up against someone whose name I cannot even pretend I know how to pronounce. Niam Trongdenfuth. I doubt that's how it's pronounced at all, and I probably butchered someone's language. But that's what I did. What a balls. Sanctuary in the Sky. Who is this, Agents? Okay, I've not seen Agents in a long, long time. I'm gonna have to stop you, though, because I do not remember how to play you guys, so I'm just gonna be cautious and say stopping this guy. Because this would add Hyperion. I don't think I want him to get Hyperion, or just whatever he bloody well wants. Send an agent from the deck to the grave. This card's level becomes the level of that monster by this event. Okay. The thing I remember about agents the most, it's like they have a synchro. They can copy the agent's effects. They got like Venus, and they can keep spamming out Mystic Shine Balls and things like that. Send Sanctuary in the Sky. Add Mystery Earth from deck or grave to hand instead. Tribute to the Fairy. Target a card upon controls to okay. We've summoned out Majestic Hyperion. I don't remember when you get that in the grave. I don't remember. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Any damage involving a fairy is inflicted to the opponent. But right now, no damage is inflicted. Banish a fairy from the hand of the grave. Target a card in either grave. Banish it. Sanctuary's on the field. It'll do something at some point. Who knows? Alright. I think the Ash Blossoming did actually help. I am thinking. Add a fairy. Okay, he gets another fairy. Fairy. Oh, that's not good. Oh, is that game right there? Not necessarily, but that's not good either. That's bad. I've been Christian. Oh no. I can't special summon anything. That's not good at all. I kinda need to special summon to do stuff. Alrighty, well. Not necessarily a good thing now, is it? I really would love to have another toy box. Let's see. So, Rosette, you're useless to me. I can't use my pure array map anymore, not that I need to. I literally can't do anything, because neither of my monsters will do me any good. The only real hope I have is that my opponent can't do anything, and I can get rid of Christia, but I have a feeling that's not going to be that easy. Let's see, add a fair... Can't he not special summon either? Yeah, neither player can special summon. So, unless he tributes this or something... Oh. I see. I mean, I'm still gonna pop Parshaft. Yeah. Ah, clever little boy. He knows how my toy box works. Let me think about this. Oh, man, this literally... There's nothing I can do. We're in a stalemate. He's got Christia. And he knows... He knows that if I get rid of that, I can do stuff. He's just gonna turtle up. He's gonna turtle up a Christia. Oh, what year is it? 2005? Alright, well, now you're gonna do that. That's cool by me. I'm gonna ditch Toy Soldier and get rid of Christia. We'll go back to the top of your deck and all that whatnot, and I will finally get a monster on the board. Watch how. And then Toy Soldier, of course, he's gonna search as a toy box. Very consistent bunch. Okay. I mean, that's unfortunate, but I can live with that. I'm just glad I'm not getting Christian anymore. That was annoying. Christian, pretty nasty card. I mean, if he'd left that around, he could have dragged this duel into, like, the 40s or something like that. If he just got normal summoning and... You know, honestly, my opponent would have been able to win just of sitting on Christian and normal summoning monsters every turn. Could have done that, but chose not to do it. I'm grateful, but still. I'm just pointing out. There was a potential of just infinitely Christying me. Let's see. Gonna banish my oh, no. Not my soldiers. I use those for things. Okay. But you're out of fairies, right? Yeah, you're out of fairies. Let's see. Well, luckily, Toy Box does not require me to use monsters with the same name. Or different names, I should say. Ew, Toy Box. You were my boy. Alright. Alright, well, we're finally out of the hell that is Christia. I will take it. Alright, I don't have my other Toy Box. He negated that. Let's go, Rosette. Ditch the tank. Tank is a lie. Let's go for Rosette. And let's add ourselves to Rasia of the Whiteforest. Get that going. Toy tank, come out. Now the question is, how am I going to get rid of Trius? That thing's big. That thing's, like, large. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's see. That's true. I can only get that effect once per turn. I don't want to waste my other toy tank. That would just be wasteful. I'll just get rid of the pure array map that I don't need. And we'll summon out Primera. I will say, best thing about all the Whiteforest combos with the Centurion combos, with the toy combos, nothing is locking me into certain summons. I'm not locked into only, well, I cannot summon, I cannot special summon Primera. That's about it. That's really not that big of an issue. It really is not. So, what do I not need? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're going to do. There's a lot of things I can do right now. Oh, lordy, there's so many things I can do right now. I can make Chaos Angel. I can make my Diablo Star. I can make all sorts of things. It's just a matter of, like, what I want to go into. So let's go ahead and for our stand-up Centurion. I'm going to get rid of the map. I feel like I don't need it anymore. I think we're all good in that respect. Let's use our Trudea's effect. Bring her onto the board. Make her level 8. Synchro Summon. And since I said I wanted to do it, I'm going to do it. Let's go for Legacia. Good old Legacia. When she's summoned out, I get to draw a card, and then I can pop my opponent's monster with the most attacks. Very nice. Very cool. And let's see, I need another 2. Have I normal summoned yet? I have normal summoned, okay. That's fine. Let's special summon Rasia of the Whiteforest. Bring her out on the board. And let's synchro into somebody else. Who are we going into this time? I could make my Tri-Edge Master just to show off that I have it. That's true. I could do that. Hey, what was that? That just gets me another card, right? 2100 attack. 30, 40. I'm just doing math in my head. 21, 56, 66, 76. Oh, is that game actually? I think it is. I could be very off. I just want to do different things. Tri-Edge Master. Nice little level 6 we can make on it, okay? It just lets me draw more stuff. That's a nice little thing. Draw another Emeth. Cool. Then we'll summon out the Rabbit. Rabbit. Unless my math is wrong, that ought to be game. I could be mistaken, but we'll find out in a second. Actually, I think I am off. I think I was counting Toy Tank in those numbers. I think so. But it's okay. You know why it's okay? I just wanted to do different things. You know, I was oppressed by the Christia. I just want to do stuff. That's why I'm doing it. I don't care if my opponent gets another turn. Let him. Let him have a turn. Okay? I'm sick and tired of you being just let the opponent do nothing. Okay? I'm sick of it. And I have an illusion, so let's go for Legend of the Whiteforest. And I'll get myself another Asteria just in case. Just in case. That ought to do it. And I could make Ass Code Talker too, which I think I will. You know, if my opponent doesn't do much, I will do that. Just to do it. Alrighty. I should also mention, Legacia is protecting my Silhouette hat. That's like, you know, anything that's... Okay. That's an option. Oh my lordy. Christia wasn't bad enough. Now it's Dark Ruler Namor. You know, likey. Let me think. Okay. Centurion Primera. Come back to the board, thank you. I'll activate Primera's effect. That will activate Rosette's effect, recover that. And then... what am I able to sum... Oh! Chaos Angel on the opponent's turn. Hey. Oh. Get Gargoyle. Alrighty. Well, there you go, folks. My opponent wanted to stop me from doing everything. I'm stopping them from doing stuff. Except for playing Dark Ruler no more, you. Ooh. Agent of Mystery Earth. Alright. You know what? I asked the last one. I want to see where this guy goes with this one. I have negates and things. Let's let this guy play a bit. Let's just see what he's trying to do. I have not seen enough agents in a long time. I want to see what he can do with this. Is one copy of Mystery Earth enough to out what I've got? Angel might not have its indestructibility effect, but it is unaffected by all monster effects. No. Yeah, no. He knows I have something. He doesn't need to know. Oh, yeah, now he's got the Venus in the grave, so he's going to try and start looping this thing. That's the whole idea. Alright. And my opponent surrenders in the middle of their summon. Okay, I guess they misclicked or something. I don't know. Regardless, I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance to do what he wanted to do. Okay? So, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead for the end screen. We've shown off like 95% of what this deck is capable of. So, let's go for the end screen and talk about it a bit more. Alrighty, everybody. So, the Whiteforest Toybox. That's the name of today's deck. And it went very well today. You know, it's a very nice thing to have a deck with all these different, like, archetypes and different strategies. They all coalesce into something beautiful. You know? The Centurions turn themselves into spell traps in order to keep bringing themselves back. The toys are trying to place themselves in the spell trap zone so they can be summoned back. And the Whiteforest like to get rid of the spell traps in order to summon out more monsters themselves. It's just a reoccurring cycle of life and death, and like, I don't know, spell traps recovering and being sent to the grave over and over. That's what this deck is all about, and it works very well. So I'm really glad that the deck works so well. You know, I did use a few more negates than I normally would like to play with a deck that's like this one, but you know, I'm glad we didn't like rely on these to win so much. You know, we have them if we needed them, but for the most part, today was about just summoning out our Whiteforests, our toys, our Centurions, and running people over. So, I'm glad for that. Glad for that. So, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smack the like button. Consider subscribing. We're almost at 840 subs, which means we're very close to our end of the year goal, which my goals are very, very humble, you know, but you know, I'm very happy that we still have many months left in the year, and we have so much room left to grow. We really do. So if you do enjoy this, don't, you know, let me know. You know, let me know. Let me know. As well, here's the deck list for all of you who I know just really want to see the deck list and play this deck yourselves, because it's a really fun deck to play. So we have our one copy of Centurion Emeth of the 6th. We have our one Gargoyle. Triple Centurion Primera. 2 copies of Toy Soldier. 1 copy Sylve. 2 copies of Toy Tank. 1 copy of Trudea. 1 Racia. Triple Ash Blossom to stop rampant searching and the like. 3 copies of Asteria is our main start 'em up monster. 3 copies of Rosette, the Whiteforest, is our secondary main start 'em up monster. 2 triple tactical talents in case we happen to be going second for whatever reason, or if the duel drags on. 2 copies of Prairie Ray Map to search Asteria. Could play 3 of, but I find that 3 is a little too bricky. And, well, technically there's no bricks with the spell traps if you think about it, but 2 I find is just plenty. 2 copies of the Legend of the Whiteforest for searching out more stuff. 1 Call by Grave to stop off the Ash Blossoms. Triple Forbidden Droplet in case we have like dead hands and we really, really need to negate things. Triple Toy Box is our main searcher of the toys. Lets us blow up stuff. Really, really opens the deck up, the Toy Box. We have our 1 stand-up Centurion, which, you know, lets us start up our Centurion combo, and if the thing does happen to stick around, I can hit my opponent with Chaos Angel on my opponent's turn. We have ourselves Triple Imperm. Again, this is more of like a going second option sort of thing, and my opponent happens to go first. We just need to interrupt their flow. This is what this is for. We have Woes of the Whiteforest, which you didn't get to see today, but this lets me just summon a monster from my deck, and then I can synchro summon a Whiteforest monster as well. Really useful if I go into, like, Raciella, and then I don't have the option of going into Diablo. This is really good for that. And then 1 silhouette hat for my hair, just as a little bit of an interrupt as well to negate stuff, and also puts a body on the board. For our extra deck, we have our 1 top hat hair, the Silhouette Magician, which is mostly in here just for the trap, but it is a thing we have. We have ourselves our one Accesco Talker as our be-all, end-all link in case just end of the moon sort of monster. We have the Herald, which I realized too late. We can't actually summon this, so I don't really have another option for putting in here. But I've never found that Draco Berserker is a bad option, considering he's just a level 8, which we can make using certain options like Trudia, Primera, whatever have you make. Whatever synchro you want, for that matter. You can just put whatever synchro you want in there for that spot. We have our one Rosella, the Wicked of the White Forest, which is like our main stardom up synchro monster. We have our one Tri-Edge Master, which, it really just lets us draw more things. It's another body on the board. It's a lot of things. It's also another synchro. Works well with the Chaos Angel. We have Coral Dragon, if we just need to have monsters on the board that allow us to pop our opponent's stuff. Really would have been kind of useful against that Gozen match if I could have summoned it, but I wouldn't have been able to anyway. So it's an option in case you're playing Floodgates and the things and you want to just pop them. Coral Dragon's your man. We have our one Diablo, the Phoenix of the White Force, which allows us to get into our Interrupt of Sylve, who I somehow dodged over. We have good old Sylve. He gives all illusion and spellcasters 500 attack and inflicts double piercing damage if any of our illusion or spellcaster synchros do battle. It just turns everyone to Chaos Max Dragon. And Diablo lets us search the darn thing out when my opponent activates any sort of card effect. I just had to ditch a spell trap, but that's what we're all about. We have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which, if something happens to Diablo, if, again, late sort of game, if Diablo gets banished or something, but you're able to make a level 8, Crystal Wing is your option if you got, things like Tri-Edge Master. And, well, not Tri-Edge, but like Rosella, really. Rosella being our synchro tuner. That's a thing. We got our Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Cheng Ying. If a lot of your cards are getting banished, you can make a level 10. There you go. He's right there. We have Chaos Angel, of course. Very nice monster. We have lots of lights and darks in this deck. And so, being able to banish my opponent's stuff and protect my synchros, pretty nice. And, of course, the Crimson Dragon, who combos very well with the Centurions for making big level 12 synchro monsters that aren't locked into, certain things. We just got Crimson Dragon, make Blazar, make the Red Dragon Archfiend monster, whatever you'd like. Then, of course, we have Oxilla, which keeps recurring our spell traps, of course. And Legation protects our little monsters while also popping a card when it gets summoned. And it's also a 3500 beat stick, which is pretty nice. Don't worry about the side deck too much. These are mostly cards for other decks that I'm working on. There are new Centurions like Atri and Samela, which I find that Samela probably has some uses. But, I decided not to run her today because I kind of built this deck before she was put out. But Samela does have the ability to put monsters into your... It changes monsters' effects to putting cards into your spell trap zone, which could be useful, but your opponent does get to... Well, actually, you get to pick. Yeah, Samela probably a decent card, but she has to stay on the board and a whole bunch of other things, so... Useful, but not in this particular build. And like I said, most of these other cards are for other things. If you want to go for other Centurions, things like Centurion Bonds or Emblema Atonement, which is sadly not something I can search out with Oxilla, which is why I'm not running this. But if I could have searched it, I would have. 100%. So that's the deck, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed it very much. And I'll see you guys again next time. I'm not sure which deck is going to be next. I want it to be the Corn deck, but I'm not done with it yet. So it's probably going to be... let's see. What was my... there's a Ryziel deck, the Voiceless deck, Ash deck, bunch of decks to play. So one of those will be next. Until the next time, everybody, y'all stay safe and happy. Your boy Memphis signing out. I'll catch you again next time. Till then, y'all stay safe and happy. Y'all have a wonderful time. Take care.